Hello, unstoppable learners. I'd like to share how I passed my PMP exam in November last year, 2023. Many people I found on YouTube, they're amazing. They prepared for 2 to 4 weeks only, which I think it doesn't work for my case. A couple of my friends who already had the test passed took about 2 months preparation, 1 month to grasp the concept, and then months to deal with questions, which I think, okay, this one is make more sense for my case. So here is my timeline. I submitted my application in May 23rd. I followed the application instruction, like the minimum words needed for some questions, and filled with intention. A couple weeks after that, I believe for less than 1 month, I received the eligibility result. A friend of mine, however, had been selected for a random audit, and she said that's probably because she did not fill the application properly, so then she had an interview stage with the committee. So we suggest for us to spend or invest a little bit more time during the application stage if we would like to minimize the process. So that's May 23rd. May, June, July, August, September. In September 6th, I just had a chance to register myself for the exam in November 6th. 2 months studying time. That's my plan. After 1 month, I had not completed studying the theory. I think it was about 70% completions. And then my grandfather also died. So I postponed my exam to November 20. About 2 weeks extensions from the initial plan. In November 10 days before the exam, I received an email from Pearson VUE, the institution who hosts the exam, informing me that I needed to reschedule my exam because the test center I chose was not available anymore or was just closed and not operation. And with no additional fee, I was able to reschedule my exam again for the second time to November 24th, another extra 4 days. In conclusion, it's from May to November, about 7 months, but I started studying from September, so about 3 months, back in 3 months, 1.5 months to learn and mastering the theory, and another 1.5 months to deal with questions, mock-up trials, and more exercises. That's my timeline. And basically, we have 1 year timeline to schedule our tasks after acceptance. So how did I study? 3 things: theory, mock-up practices, and additional resources video from YouTube. I learned the theory from Joseph Phillips at Udemy online course called PMP Exam Preparation for 99,000 rupiah or about $6 US. I'm a hard copy person, so I printed all the materials from Joe Phillips because it helps me learning better. I'm a traditional person, excuse me, I'm a traditional person who loves to write down on paper, so a little bit more investment to print is acceptable for my case. I spend 1 to 2 hours a day for studying during the weekdays and 4 to 6 hours per day during the weekend for 1.5 months to cover all the materials from Joe Phillips. I watched all the 32 videos. I did every homework from each chapter. I did all the quizzes and also the Pra and Post test. I did the Pra and Post test twice, or at least to get minimum 80% correct. Why I did this course, why I picked this one instead of others available online? Simply because this recommendations from my close friends who already took and passed the test. So it's a mouth-to-mouth campaign. And study material number 2 is the mock-up practice. I got the mock-up practice from Joe Phillips, 180 questions in the Pra and Post test totals. That's good. And this mock-up test, I guarantee, I believe, is the most, or everyone's most favorite mock-up test. It's PMI official mock-up test. $69 with 260 questions. Well, the complexity of the question is way much more higher compared to the one I did from Udemy, but the Udemy one was still good as an entry level or as a basic level. And at this one, I made sure that I understand every single questions, why it is correct, why it is wrong for every single one for all the 160 questions. So that's my favorite mock-up as well. Another mock-up I did because I think probably I need another extra mock-up. It doesn't sound like mock-up. I just would like to have 3 mock-up at least. So one from Joe Phillips, one from the PMI, and the third mock-up I did was from Yassine Tounsi. I hope I pronounced his name correctly, Yassine Tounsi, for $6. It also seems like I'm a Udemy ambassador. I just like the interface of Udemy for the mock-up because we can do self-assessment or self-evaluation. That's really good for us. And study materials number 3 is a short and clear video I enjoyed from Max Mao. an amazing guy who prepared the test only for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, amazing. Regardless, we are not in the same speed, but I like some of the resources that he used. One was the process mapping game. I enjoyed it. I did that game after I completed my theory preparations from Joe Phillips. I did the games, I think, twice to get 90% correct. And like Max Mal said, it really helps us to understand the 49 processes in project management, the relation between the 10 knowledge areas and the 5 process groups, where the 49 processes are embodied in that combination. Highly recommended the game, and link below for sure. What I also like from Maxima was she suggests us to watch Ricardo Vargas 6 editions, and I also added the 7 edition just to make sure I completed the 7 edition. I just wonder what's the difference. And I watched Maximo, I think, at least twice. One in the beginning of my preparation, and second at the end of my preparation. Place for study. For people who get distracted easily working from home, or for people who is working from cafe is too common or too costly, this public working space in Jakarta is a gem. No parking fee, easy access from public transportation, open every single day, even on Sunday, 8 to 9 p.m. during the weekdays, and 9 to 4 p.m. during the weekends. I think they only close during the big national holiday. It's super. Wi-Fi is also available, but unfortunately my own cellular is better. They also provide space for praying in several floors for Muslim. Cafeteria is available with Indonesian cuisines, or we could even bring our own food and eat it there. Nothing else and nothing else is National Library in Jalan Medan Merdeka Selatan, Perpusnas. The downside though, the elevator wait is a disaster. Moreover during the peak hours or the closing time. But my favorite spot in that 24 building is the floor 12 with the eye-level view of Monument Nasional. Surrounded with people who is working on things they want to achieve, it's uplifting. Additional tips. Number 1, if you join PMI Indonesia chapter, they usually have a study group that I wish I could have joined it. But when I started the study group, I was about to have my exam, so the timing was not the same. But if this type of study group is something could encourage your learning process and think it will work for your style, just check their website. Number 2, it's a recommendation from my friends. Keep this mindset in mind. If you're facing a question with 2 or 3 more potential correct answers, pick the one that has an immediate response or with no additional budget or resources or timeline. Number 3, visit the testing center to minimize the unknown factor during the exam day. Getting familiar with the building, getting to know which floor or even the room of the test. Number 4, help ourselves from distraction. During the test day, I was wearing the headset that they provided to let myself immerse only to the questions and the cases. Small sound could distract me easily, and every single second does matter. Every time I kind of space out or not understand the question, I also love to keep asking myself, okay, what's the problem here? What's the problem here? I repeated the questions on my mind just to understand I get the questions properly. Tips number 5, I stayed in a low-cost hostel the night before the exam day. They said the more we get older, some part of our brain gets smaller, so external conditioning on this will play a big part. And the last additional tip, bring foods and water. Bring foods and water during the exam. It's a 4-hour task, and we will have 2 breaks, 2 10-minute breaks. Take all of the breaks. I had 1 banana and 1 bread and 1 bread, and I also bring 2 milliliters, 2 bottles of 600 milliliters. We need energy. It takes a lot of energy even during the test. That's so far. Stay focused, and I believe you get it.